Once there was a young monk who had been studying and practicing Zen for many years. He was known for his dedication to the path and his deep understanding of the teachings. However, despite all his efforts, he still couldn't shake off a feeling of deep sadness that seemed to follow him everywhere he went. One day, the young monk decided to seek the advice of his teacher, a wise and venerable master who had spent many years on the path of Zen. He went to the master and said, "Master, I have been practicing Zen for many years, but I still feel a great sadness in my heart. No matter how hard I try, I cannot seem to be rid of it." The master listened to the young monk's words and replied, "Sadness is like the clouds in the sky. They come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. You cannot force the clouds to disappear, but you can learn to observe them with detachment." The young monk was confused and asked, "Master, what do you mean?" The master continued, "Your sadness is a part of you, and you cannot simply make it disappear. But you can learn to observe it with detachment. When you notice your sadness without judgment or resistance, it loses its power over you. It becomes like the passing clouds, and you remain unchanged." The young monk think about the master's words for a while, unsure of how to put them into practice. But he was determined to find a way to overcome his sadness, and so he decided to follow the master's advice. He began to observe his sadness with detachment, watching it come and go without trying to resist or control it. He saw that it was like a wave in the ocean, rising and falling in its own natural rhythm. As he continued to watch, he realized that the sadness was not a part of him, but rather a passing emotion that he could perceive from a distance. Over time, the young monk became more skilled at observing his sadness without getting caught up in it. He learned to let it come and go without trying to change it. With doing so, he found a sense of peace that he had never experienced before. As he continued on his path of Zen, the young monk faced many challenges and obstacles, but he knew that he could face them with the same detachment and wisdom that he had learned to apply to his sadness. And so, he continued to observe and learn, growing in wisdom and understanding with each passing day. In the end, the young monk realized that the path of Zen was not about achieving a state of permanent happiness or bliss, but rather about accepting and embracing all aspects of life, both the good and the bad. He learned that by observing and accepting his sadness, he could pass it and find a deeper sense of peace and calmness that would stay with him for the rest of his life.